So the Jeep has a problem. Did you place yourself in the very, very best spot for maximum exposure to ticks? Yes, you did. He has the choice of a lot of places to sit around here that would probably have fewer potential tick encounters. That's Fluffy. He will get a thorough tick check before being put back in the Jeep. Good morning, everybody. It's late because the time zone changed and I'm all confused. Well, I mean, I know what time it is, but my brain is all like, it should be way earlier now than it is. It's getting late. But I think we'll take Fluffy for a little walk. We are camped at a lovely little spot. Ahead of me right here are mountains, and you can't see them at all. I had been planning to camp further up this hill we're on in a campsite that has much better views, but you wouldn't be able to see the mountains there either. Okay, so where are we? We are in British Columbia, in the mountains nearish Cranbrook, but not really. There's another town nearby. Trying to remember what it's called. I can't remember what it's called. I'll put it up here for you guys. We're camped on a kind of side road off of a logging road. We chose the side road so that we would not be right on the logging road, because the logging roads in Canada are serious. Like big trucks, and they come barreling down, and they have the right of way. You want to choose your camp spot carefully. We are starting to see flowers blooming, which is kind of nice. In the Rocky Mountains, I can still recognize a fair number of these. We have strawberries and bearberry, or kinnikinnick as it's also called, Oregon grape, which has an edible berry that's okay. Tastes kind of fruity and grassy, and a little tart. And I'm not walking through Tick Central to get closer to it, but that yellow flower out there is arrowleaf balsam root. It's one of the first kind of big showy things to flower in the spring. Wasn't kidding about tick check. Make sure nothing's crawling on you, buddy. Whoop, whoop. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Good boy. All right, good boy. You ready to go somewhere? Okay, guys. What kind of poop is this? I don't know what that is. It looks like something herbivore, because there's a lot of fiber in there, but I don't know. I did a quick look on the Google, and Google's telling me that it's probably porcupine scat, which apparently I've never seen porcupine scat before, and I'm in the woods a lot. But that's a new one for me. If you're looking at it and you're like, that's not porcupine scat, that's something else, let me know, because Google can be wrong. We're back on our logging road and headed back out to the highway, and got to keep my eye out for logging trucks and for people flying up to the hot springs. Like there's a lot of people going to the hot springs that aren't really watching out for logging trucks. Maybe they know something I don't know. maybe even though all the signs for the logging are up, maybe they're not logging right now. I don't know. There's a really big mine of some kind on the hill up ahead. I don't know what they're mining here. I mean, gold is likely, but could be anything. I'm gonna have to open up my maps because I was just driving down the mountain based on where I thought I was and where I drove yesterday. And apparently I took a wrong turn or missed a turn or something, but look at this beautiful river. I don't know what river this is. I will have to look at my map and see where the heck we are. I didn't come across that bridge yesterday, so I missed a turn. I think I know where I missed a turn. It was like 5 miles back, but I'll check my maps and see if we can just continue this way to get back on the highway and head north. That's the Kootenay River, and we are not too far from the highway. Just a more roundabout route to get there. So I just realized that I can switch the units that my digital speedometer displays to kilometers per hour. So I have done that. So I don't have to do math to figure out how fast I'm going. Okay, this road ends. So road deactivated. This road we're on right now is not on Google Maps, but it's a really big road, and I think it must lead to the highway. So we'll be finding out after a while. We have reached civilization, and yeah, this road is not on Google Maps. I assume it's like a new road and it just ain't there, but we're about to reach the highway. So the Jeep has a problem. We are in Canal Flats. I just got off of that logging road, and the Jeep was making a really insane bad noise coming from the front end. And I stopped in a little local grocery store parking lot. This is a teeny tiny little town, and I'm looking under the car to see if I can figure out what the heck it is. And a very nice local was like, "Hey, do you need help?" And I was like, "Yeah, bad noise happening." And it turns out it was my brakes, my front brakes. He pointed me out to a little shop in town here that might be able to work on the brakes. We may be hanging out in Canal Flats for a little while. The very nice fellow did grab a screwdriver and pried on the brakes to get the horrible squeak to stop. It's not just squeak, it's grinding metal, but that's a very temporary fix. So he pointed me out to where I should be able to find a repair shop.
That's a real nice fix.
How the heck did I get a rock in there? Well, that kind of explains why it was so sudden. Big problem fixed pretty quickly and easily, and he wouldn't let me pay him any money. I mean, he's a mechanic, and he wouldn't let me pay him any money. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. I had no idea that a rock could get stuck in between your brake pad and the whatever that plate is behind the brake pad. But apparently the easy fix for future reference is you just reverse real fast and it should kick the rock out. That was amazing. It is this dude with a little shop in a small, like at the back of his house in a shed. And he knew his stuff. I wish I had caught the very horrible noise the vehicle was making prior to getting it fixed. I was just more in like, mode, because that was a very bad noise. Holy crap, there's a beautiful lake right there. I'm gonna see if there's some place I can stop and look at that lake. I have no idea if this is private property, but it looked like a little road that I could pull off and see the lake. Wow. This is beautiful. The color of that lake. And there's a train. That lake is the color of the Caribbean. That is beautiful. I'm gonna have to look at my map and see what lake that is. It's stunning. The lake is called Columbia Lake. And it's just casually beautiful lake here near Canal Flats. Just absolutely stunning. And we're not to the good part yet. We are heading toward Banff and Jasper. I don't expect to be able to do much in either of those places because it's still winter there, but hopefully the clouds will be clear enough to at least see the mountains. We're not there yet, and it's just an amazing, stunning lake and mountain scene. Holy cow. I think this is just going to be like the stunning scenery episode. I just turned a corner and bam, beautiful mountains. And we're not up to the high mountains yet. Okay, whatever I was expecting, it wasn't this. What we're going by right now is Radium Hot Springs, which is a local hot spring that looks just freaking incredible, but also looks really crowded right now. So we won't be stopping there.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, Parks Pass has been acquired, and we'll be driving through at least 4 national parks. Kootenay, Yoho, Banff, Jasper. So that's kind of cool. And here's a tunnel. That is also kind of cool. Now I'm looking for a place to pull over so I can look at my little booklets that I got from the ranger guy. I've done no homework. I know that I'm in a national park. That's it. Okay, just stopped for a moment and did a little homework. And I mean, there's obviously a ton of stuff to do here. It's late in the afternoon and we don't have a whole lot of time because it's gonna start raining again, and it's gonna be raining all day tomorrow. So that's gonna limit our options. Well, we're gonna see some stuff. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do justice to this area, but we're gonna see it. This is impressive. This is the first pull out along the way, and the view is pretty incredible. Just mountains, mountains, mountains. Some trees, more mountains. The valley is called the Kootenay Valley, or Kootenay. I'm not 100% sure how that's pronounced, but it's amazing. It's part of the Kootenay National Park. And there's more behind the Jeep. That's the Kootenay River. And the color of it is just something else, man. It's like this beautiful light gray green. It's rather stunning. Is there a number count for all the times I've said stunning today? I should put up a counter. That's a good boy. Okay, I've made an executive decision. This area is way too beautiful to just completely blow through it and just stop at the overlooks. We do have weather confounding the issues, and if I could stay here a couple of weeks, that would be so amazing, but I can't. So we're gonna get a campsite at a campground about an hour up the road, and even if it's raining and or snowing tomorrow, we are going to spend the day exploring the area. I would like to spend so much more time than that, but that's the time I have. And I just passed the first campground and it's closed. So I'm not super hopeful that the one that's higher in elevation is going to be open. We're going ahead. It's 3 in the afternoon and it's just started raining, and I'm not going to be able to see much in the park because of time constraints. But maybe we can find somewhere to stay that will keep us in the park or keep us near the park, and that doesn't cost a fortune. We are still in Kootenay National Park and stopped at a little mini trail. But again, look at that water. Looks like they had a wildfire not too many years ago on that hill behind me. Oh, and the hill in front of me too. I don't know how long ago this fire was. Maybe 5 years, 10 years. Long enough that you have some small trees coming back. I'm gonna say 5 years. Based on my super unscientific and completely unverified wild ass guess. Good boy. I am very happy that it stopped raining. For the moment, anyway. I'm revising my when I think this fire happened estimate. I'm going to say 10 years. We're going to look it up and see if I can find out how long ago it actually was. There's just some of these trees that are growing back are kind of big. Our national park tour is going as follows. See a sign on the road, stop, see if it's something that's close enough to walk to without having to go super far, because it's late. It's like 4:30, coming in on 5 now, so we need to start thinking about camp. But we are walking to what's called the Paint Pots right now, which apparently are some springs that are iron rich and have stained the rocks. I assume they're going to be reddish, but I have no idea. I did not do any homework at all about these national parks. It is what it is. I probably should have done some homework, and I probably should have made actual plans for real hikes and activities, but I did not. I don't know what's here. So you guys are going to be just as surprised as I am, or opposite. I'm going to be just as surprised as you guys. Oh, Fluffy's not going to like those stairs. He doesn't like stairs that are open, and these are open, but he'll be fine. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Halfway there, 2/3 of the way there. Good boy. Look at that water. These beautiful mountains. The water's beautiful. The mountains are beautiful. It's super peaceful. I suspect because we have the stairs again. We are here in the off season, and it's not that we have the place to ourselves, but there aren't very many people. Good job. Good job. There's a sign that tells us which way to go here. Let's take a look at it. Marble Canyon sounds intriguing, but we don't have enough daylight for that. Oh. One of the really awesome things about Canadian national parks, they allow dogs. Not everywhere, but almost everywhere. Hi. I don't know what kind of little birdie that is. A grouse of some kind, maybe? Maybe we haven't gone all the way, but I think this is the paint pots, or at least it's the stream that flows into making the paint pots. I feel that we have gone 1 kilometer. Right, let's walk up a little bit further. We have found the paint pots. Fluffy is going to lead the way to the big one, and I'm guessing this ground is going to be hard as a rock. Yes, it's a pretty green color. There are 3 paint pots. There's 1, 2, and then there's one back there. And the ground, as you can see, is really orangey red, and that's all the iron. And it's pretty solid because it's metal being deposited. And this reminds me of the iron fens back home. I will put a link in the description of a hike I did to the iron fens. I've been there a few times actually, back in Colorado, which is another spring that's super rich in iron. But the iron fens are really impressive, and the ground there is literally metal, and everything that gets touched by that water kind of turns to metal. It's really cool. Rusty metal. So cool. I'll put the link. It's just a silly hiking video. I don't think I even talk in it, but you can see what the iron fens look like. And this is kind of a little mini version of iron fens. And I suspect in, 100,000 years, this will probably look like the iron fens in Colorado. That little raven is just zooming around the parking lot, looking for handouts. We have just entered Banff National Park. So that whole way, which was quite a ways, was Kootenay National Park. I'm kind of figuring out how this works. And it is now 6 o'clock. So we need to find a place to settle tonight. We're initiating Plan B because the campground where I was hoping to stay is still closed for the season. But I realized that I have a bazillion airline miles, and that you can get a hotel with airline miles. There really isn't any other place to stay around here besides a campground or a hotel, because it's national park, and it's like all national park for many, many miles. And they do not allow you to camp overnight in your vehicle outside of a campground. But I have the bazillion airline miles. So I just booked a hotel in Banff with airline miles. So we're gonna go have a free hotel night in Banff. I'm kind of a little excited about that. It's still like an hour away though. So we've got, we'll get there at like 7:30. I gotta say it again. This is stunning. It's kind of noisy at this little overlook, but let me show you what I've been seeing. That is just beautiful. Stunning. We are almost to Banff and almost to our hotel. This is a nice hotel. Like, really nice. I'm gonna go get checked in. They're gonna put a dog bed and a water bowl in the room for Fluffy. He probably won't use that water bowl, but I'll probably use the dog bed. And we're gonna see if we fit in the parking garage. Apparently, there's a mirror and a sign. Are we going to fit? I can't tell.
I don't think you're gonna make it.
Okay, I'm looking at the mirror and trying to figure out.
Good for you for the height. So stay back up, pal.
Okay, cool, thank you.
You're welcome. Although you would make it if you took your box off the car.
Yeah, it's just such a pain to take it off.
Okay, well then, back up, girl.
You want to check out the balcony? Yeah. Lovely mountains. You don't want to check out the balcony? This is a super nice hotel room. Let me find the light switch though. Ha. But it's got a clear door, which is really weird. And you had to go outside to get into the room. And I don't mind the going outside to get into the room, but the clear door is a little like, I guess there's a shade. There's a built-in shade. We're gonna put the shade down because now I put the shade down, but is there a way to there we go. Weird having a clear door. We are going to enjoy this peaceful night courtesy of a ridiculous amount of airline miles that I have. I mean, I can't do it all the time, but every now and then, free hotel room. And I am starving. While Fluffy's eating his dinner, I'm gonna have some hummus and some naan. And then I'm gonna sit and edit for a long time because as per usual, I'm way behind on editing. Like I don't know how this happens, but I spend a lot of hours editing videos. Yeah, I'm still behind. I'm making them too fast to edit them. But I think that's all for tonight. We'll see you guys in the morning.